Hello everyone, in this video we are going to see that how to take flights from your home country to China, and the goal of this video is to save money, but time and money cannot go together. So in this case, if you save money, maybe you have to spend more time. But let's see these things and then you can decide. These are the options. First one, it is important that where do you want to go in China, how I will tell you later. Second, we are going to discuss the direct flights, and third, we are going to discuss the via flights. And fourth, I am going to share some important websites or platform from where you can find these flights. So let's start from the point one, where do you want to go in China. So you should remember that China is pretty big. You can see it is starting from here and to here, even till here, up to even this level. So it's pretty big. So it is important that let me show you more. So it is important that which city you are going in China. For example, let's say you are coming to Xi'an or maybe Wuhan or Chongqing, or maybe here in Guangdong, it's a province name, or maybe in Hangzhou, or maybe in Shanghai. Now this area is a different area, this area is a different area. So if you want to come to maybe here Aksu, or maybe in Xinjiang, then or maybe here in Urumqi. So in this condition, in this scenario, flights and their prices would be different than this scenario. As per my observation, most of the flights you are going to find on the big airports like Shanghai or in Guangzhou, then in Beijing, and Xi'an is also a big airport, depending on the different countries, because not all countries flights go to the all airports. For example, if we are talking about Pakistan, so I am from Pakistan. If I want to directly land in Pakistan in China from Pakistan, then I have two options. One, I can come to the Urumqi, and second, I can come to the Guangzhou, in the where is Beijing, to the Beijing, okay, and then from we can take the connecting flights. So we are going to discuss that city matters. Now let's talk about the direct flights. So from Pakistan, you can search that in your country which city is take the direct flights. So in case of Pakistan, as I told before, Urumqi and Beijing, these two are the direct from Chinese airlines. Remember that, from Chinese airlines, these two. But if you take maybe another airline like maybe Qatar Airways, so I have seen the Qatar Airways flights to Shanghai. I also have seen the Sri Lankan Airlines flights to the Guangzhou. So it is important which city, and then it is important your country and China, which cities are linked together directly. From Pakistan, it is Islamabad and Lahore, and in China, it's Urumqi and Beijing. Now, let's see some flights, then maybe we can have a better understanding of these all scenarios. One thing I want to mention, that as an example, I am going to use some big cities which are near to me. So for example, I am living here in Anhui, but you can see that Shanghai and Guangzhou is comparatively near, and also Beijing is not very far from me, and also these are the big cities. But if you are living in Urumqi or maybe somewhere here, then you can search from these big cities. So let's see. I have selected here Islamabad, Lahore and Karachi. This is Kayak and or maybe Kayak, I don't know how to say it. Second, I have receiving cities. I have selected Shanghai, Guangzhou and Beijing. Now if we see the calendar here, we can see that that nearby flights are mostly expensive. You can see here the flights in the red are near to like 5,500, and green are 3700 and the yellow are 4300 something. So you can see from here in August we are not going to find the cheap flights. But if we go to the September 4th, so which I am going to select now, September 4th, let's search now, then we will have the better understanding. So it will show us the flights. At the same time we are going to another website, it's called the skyscanner.com.net. It has a good option, you can select a country here. Here in where does, or why they change the input of this, so it's a bad design. They should not have changed the look. Anyhow, we cannot add a country here. So for example, if I remove Karachi and write Pakistan, you can see there is no option for the Pakistan. These are the cities of Pakistan. So it's a one bad thing about the Kayak, but it's a good thing in the Skyscanner. You can select the country, and to China we can also select the country as to. But if you want to add the multiple cities, like in the case of previously we told about this one, Kayak, you can also add the multiple cities here. But I am going with the China and Pakistan. And then another good thing is that you can see flight for the whole month. You can see I can, so maybe September, we go to the September, no return date, we only need for the September because we selected 3 September there. So I have selected the September, China, Pakistan to China, September. Okay, everything is good, 1 person, and now we are going to search here as well. So another good option you can see now. So because we said that you should know which city you want to land, so now we have an option. So for example, if you are near to Guangzhou, you can see that you are going to receive the price nearly 2200, and these are almost same to the Nanjing. In Xi'an, you are going to receive the 2357. These are pretty cheap flights, to be honestly, as compared to the previous month I came. So see, Shanghai, Qingdao, Hefei. So I am in the Hefei, but let's say you are in the whatever city you are, in Shenzhen or Chengzhou or maybe Nanning, Dalian, Beijing, whatsoever, you can see that flights prices increase from top to bottom. So maximum we are going to receive in the Lanzhou, then Ningbo, then see, even this is a very, very expensive flight. Anyhow, so let's maybe we have seen this. Now let's go again back to the Kayak. So Kayak we have, although there was 2800, this is the cheapest. You can see that Qatar Airways go to Doha, one stop in Doha, and it's Karachi to Beijing, Islamabad to Beijing, then Lahore to Guangzhou, then Islamabad to Beijing, and Karachi to Guangzhou. But one question here comes in the mind that maybe I am not from, not in Beijing, or maybe not in Guangzhou, or maybe not in maybe, where is our third city? So we have only, this is Shanghai. So maybe I am not in these cities, then what should I do then? So my suggestion is that you take flight and go to big city. So for example, let's go to the map again. So for example, if I want to come to the Anhui, maybe I should go to Wuhan, or maybe Shanghai, or maybe Hangzhou. Then I take a train from here. For example, in my case, Shanghai is near to Anhui. So if I take flight to Shanghai, and then maybe I have to spend 200 more yuan, and then I will be in Anhui. So let's say we make a change here, and we remove Beijing and write here Hefei. So I can give you the example. Where is Hefei? Okay, here is Hefei. So let's see, we have flight to 9. So I'm going to select the cheapest, September 99, right? And let's go to the, yeah, we have maybe same days. Okay, search. Now why it's changing the location. Okay, now let me give you an example. Let it load. So cheapest flight I have the 2839, which is Sri Lankan Airlines. Now it's coming to the note that Guangzhou, but my destination is Hefei. But if I go down and try to find the Hefei flight, I can't find. So it should be like expensive and in more results. Seems like there is no Hefei flight, or maybe I have to change the day for the Hefei flight. You can see this one. So I am going to see if I take this option, then 4100. See the 4100, remember. Okay, but if I take this option, okay, I come to the Guangzhou, okay, and then I take fast train, which is around 5 to 600. So in this case I am going to spend the 3400, but notice that there is no baggage allowed in this flight. But we are just using the example. Maybe you can choose some other option which also have baggage, like for example this one. So now this goes almost same to the 4200, like 3500 plus 500, it could be like 4000 or 4100 or 4200. It's almost same to the this flight we saw here, this one. But in this case we are going to maybe 3 different locations, Karachi, Kuwait, and then Dubai, and then maybe in Shanghai. So anyhow you can okay, this was our option, Hefei option. So you can choose, but my focus is not this website, so I'm going again to this Sky Scanner, because I found it more easy and accessible as compared to the Kayak.com. So from now on we are considering the, now my location is Sky Scanner and my location is Hefei. So for example I am going to open Hefei, and there we have the option that you are coming from Karachi, Lahore, Islamabad, or Faisalabad, Peshawar, or whatsoever. So I am going to say that I am coming from the Lahore, although Lahore and Islamabad both are accessible to me, but obviously it's cheaper, so I am going to select the Lahore, and then I am going back, and at the same time I am going to select the Nanjing and Guangzhou. So because these are the nearby, Nanjing is near to me and Shanghai is near to me, Guangzhou is not near to me, but it has cheap flights, so we can say. Now here we have the further options. So we have Lahore to Hefei, we are seeing, you can see there are limited flights in September 1 to 8, we have daily flights. So maybe we take this, I know whatsoever its prices are almost same, so I'm going to take the cheaper one. So this is the most cheap, 3014. I'm going to select this one, and we search the find flights. Till it loads, we also go to the location where we selected the, again we have to select here, like our destination we have selected the Nanning, or it's Nanning or Nanjing, and Guangzhou. Now our next goal is again select from Lahore or from Islamabad. So I am going to select Lahore here, and also I am going to select Lahore here. Now we are going to close the okay, here this is loaded. Now let's load other options too, then we can discuss the comparison and how to compare. So this is Lahore to Nanjing. Prices are I think it's the same as Hefei. Okay, it's same as Hefei, so I am going to discard this option. So we close this option, and so in Guangzhou we have cheaper options, but actually these are not cheaper, but let's say we go this way, it's 2737, so maybe most cheap. Okay, select this one and find flights. Now we have to select another city because we considered Shanghai as well. Where is Shanghai? So Lahore to Hefei, Lahore to Hefei. Nanjing we discarded, so I'm going to discard Guangzhou, and here is our Shanghai. So Shanghai flights are Lahore, Islamabad. Again, flights difference is not big, but again to keeping the standard, I am going to select again the Lahore. Again, you can see that we have various options. Maybe this one is the cheapest option, but depend on how when you want to come. So again, in this case, I am going to select around maybe second cheapest option. This one the cheapest, but I am going to take this 3046, which is the second cheapest option. So or maybe in other two I selected this, but let's see what happens. Now we are going to see one by one. First, this one was the Lahore to Hefei. Okay, so I am in Hefei. So in this case, you can see these have two stops, 14 hours flight, and this have 23 hours, and this have 25 hours. Now these are two different airlines, like Thai Airways and China Southern, Thai Airways and China Eastern. And this is the China Southern. Again, different options, PIA and China Southern. You can see that Malaysian Airline and PIA and China Southern, and these two are also China Southerns. Now we select the cheapest option, which is these two. Actually, I will not consider this option because it has two stops. It also have two stops. Although these are cheapest one, but two stops are maybe not a thing for me. I would prefer, but anyhow, for the sake of experiment, let's see other options, then we come back. So here we have the advertisement, and then we see the cheapest. So it's Lahore to Guangzhou. It's one in Bangkok through Thai Airways and Thai Air Asia, two different flights. And it's change airport in Bangkok. I would not suggest airline or a flight with change airport. So it's not suggested, not suggested, not suggested. So this one we have the cheapest option, 3250. Okay, in this scenario, in our case, I don't think so we have good flights here. So no. Maybe we should have, I am going to discard this option because only good option is this one. Maybe it's 11-hour flight and here, but I don't think so we have good options here. So we are going to discard this and we are going to select some other day. In this case, we selected the Sunday 3 September. So maybe we are going with the 5 September. And we search again. Okay, and we are going to discard this option. This is a hectic job, so video is going to be long, but obviously finding a flight is not an easy thing. So now let's go to the Shanghai. Again, two stops. Cheapest is this one with the two stops, one stop. So see the comparison. In this case, you have one stop. So and it's Thai Airways and Spring Airlines. Again, changing flights. This one is Qatar Airways. What is the price difference? Almost maybe 800 price difference. Flights are pretty expensive these days. I was thinking it's cheap, but it's not. So anyhow, again, not really good options here we have. So maybe we again change dates. So I'm going to select here this option, and we are going to discard this one. Loading, and maybe we should also consider the Islamabad airport. So we are going to see the Islamabad airport and also 5 September, find flights. Okay, let's go back and see what happens here. Here we selected the 3 September, and we could not find. Actually, in my case, if I talk about me, I think this is the most suitable option if money is not a problem. But these all options are not really good options, because I don't think so these are really good flights. So I'm going to discard this, and I am going to select again maybe 5 September for this and search again. Okay, I'm going to discard this now, and here we selected the 5 September. Now we have a good option. This is a good option actually. You can see that in one stop in just 11 hours I will be in the Guangzhou. 3343 flight rate is, and here 38. It's expensive. Let's go back to the cheapest option. Not good, not good, not good, not good. Don't want to change airports. This one maybe 3191, or this one 3243. In these two cases I will prefer this one, because these are 3 flights, 1, 2 and 3, and this is 2 flights, and I am going to use the Qatar Airways, which is a good flight, good airline as compared to the Thai Airways. So maybe you can take this option if you are near to the Guangzhou. So I am going to take this option here, and then we are going to see the Hefei, which was our ultimate destination. So we are Lahore to Hefei, and we select the cheapest. 2 stops, and there is no airline with the 1 stop. So you can now you have an idea that from Lahore to Hefei we cannot come in a cheap way. So maximum with 1 stop, you can say this the 1 stop minimum I am getting is 4300, around 4300. So obviously it's not a good option, but because I want to come Hefei, now I am going to keep this option here, and then let's discard these option, these two, and so we can compare the rates, and I can guide you how to select better. Let's discard this one as well. This is of 7 September, so I am going to discard this one, and maybe select the cheapest, and we discard this one as well, because video is getting longer. So let's now go to our final destination, discard, and this. Okay, now we have option number 1, this one option, this is to Hefei. Option number 2, Guangzhou, this one. Option number maybe from here we have Etihad Airways is also a good airways, and it has 27 hours stop in AUH should be Abu Dhabi or what, I don't know. We can click later and see. This is also a good option. It's in Shanghai, 3225. Then we have this 2 option. No, no, I think no. And also we have here the Qatar Airways option as well. Now, and here we are again coming to the cheapest one here. Okay, here we also have a good option. Now let's compare which is good and why. We have Lahore to Shanghai, we have Islamabad to Shanghai, we have Lahore to Guangzhou, this one, and we have Lahore to Hefei. Now remember that my ultimate goal is to come in Hefei. So I am going to click this option, I am going to click this option, I am going to click this option is good, and I am going to click this option is good. Yeah, this option is good. So I am going to open these options so we can talk further that how to choose and what are the other factors you should remember that. Now see that there are multiple prices. So we have the cheapest one from the 4268, and at the end we have China Southern. I would suggest that you should go to the China Southern website. For example, if I click here, you will go there, but let's come to that point later. But let's assume we had the 4268 here, we have 3243 here, which is the cheapest, we have 3225 here, and we have 3068 here. Now if you are in you are the person, which flight you will take, see the difference here. So Lahore to Shanghai 3060, 200 difference. Islamabad to Shanghai 200 difference between this and this, option 1 and option 2. Now option 3, it's almost same as Islamabad. So this option Lahore to Guangzhou, and the last one Lahore to Hefei, which was my ultimate destination. Now see the difference. For example, if I come to the Guangzhou, I come to Lahore to Guangzhou. Now Guangzhou to Hefei, I have to travel Guangzhou to Hefei. If I show you the map, so Guangzhou is here and Hefei is here. Guangzhou to Hefei is around 5 hours train, and it will take maybe 5 to 600, and then I can go to the Hefei. So in that case, this price go to 32 plus 500, 3700, which is still cheaper than this option 4262. Okay, so this is the most expensive option. Second one is 3700. Now come to this one. Okay, I think if you are near to if you have to discard between Lahore and Islamabad option, I am going to discard this Islamabad option because it is 200 expensive. So let's discard this option. Now we have Shanghai, then Guangzhou, and then Hefei. Now the option is which one should I choose. In this case 3700. Now in this case, which is an interesting point, so I am coming from Lahore to this Shanghai, and most important thing, remember the time here. So I was not sure what was the time in the case of it's also same. So it's actually a same flight, this one and this one. You can see the same flight, just this flight is different. So again discard this Islamabad option. Now important thing is notice time here, 10:35, 15:30 and 2:05 at daytime. Now if I have to choose between this option, like Lahore to Shanghai is 3068, and in 200 I can come from, no, here is Shanghai, here is Anhui. Shanghai to Anhui I can come in just 200. So in this case I am going to get the flight maybe 3268. So is 3268, it's 4268. So 1000 difference. So you can see that if you choose the big airports, how you can save the money. So I am going to discard this option because it's an expensive option. So now let's discard this option. Now we only go to the have the two options. One is the Shanghai and second one is the Guangzhou. So because Shanghai is near to me, so I am going to discard the Guangzhou. Now we only have the Shanghai option. So we have 32,600. The important thing here is time. So I will be in Shanghai in the morning at 10:35. So if we this is a very important thing, and you should remember that fast trains time is up to 7 p.m. So for example, if this flight was 10:35 at night, then it would be a bad option, because in that case I have to stay in the hotel in the Shanghai, or maybe I have to stay in the airport till in the morning, so I can take the train. So but we don't have this option. So in this case Lahore to Shanghai is the winner. And now let's say that how to buy these tickets. So I would suggest that you should buy from the official airlines. So I'm going to select this and I'm going to select this is the most cheaper one. It's loading, we are almost there. It's loading, we are almost there. Please compare the security check. Okay, verifying. So yes, I am human, and here we go. Pretty slow. My internet is not slow, remember that. So here we go. 332. Now their prices are in the pounds, so I don't know how. Now I need to convert them, but anyhow, you can fill the details here, and you can see that they have baggage 23 kg. And if we come to the, you can see the details here. Okay, personal items and hand luggage included, and you can payment with the Visa card, and payment is free. Okay, I'm going to stop this video because it's taking too much time to load, but anyhow, you can buy your tickets from these websites. So I hope this video was useful for someone. So this is how you select flight tickets. Okay, bye bye. Allah Hafiz.